And this is the spot where you guys can break the game. How's it hanging, dudes? My name is Sean and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution video. Not necessarily a Site B documentary preparation video, but as you see from the title and the thumbnail, definitely something different today. Let me just go ahead and say, if anybody's new to the channel and you're wondering why there's no music in the gameplay, why it's all just background sounds and noises, well, that's because of the documentary. You're gonna have to go back. There's a documentary playlist, you know, and there's a whole thing about the Site B documentary we're doing about the dinosaurs, and you know what we're going to do on Isla Sorna and all the builds, and we're taking a lot of care to do that. But that's not what we're here to do today. What we are here today to accomplish is effectively breaking the game, and I know that the game's kind of technically already broken with it being, you know, I guess half of a game, so to speak, you know, but we can actually break the game. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen, you know, Anthomnia's video of getting under the map, but he did that using Ansel, which you have to have a Ansel, I think that's what it's called, and you have to have a Nividia card to be able to do that. Unfortunately, I don't. I really should get one, but I don't have a Nividia card, and being as I spent so much time on Sorna preparing for this documentary, I'm talking about hours upon hours, just getting funds enough to be able to do like a little time lapse for a build like this, you know, the airstrip or something like that. It's taking quite a long time, and I've spent a lot of time here on Sorna. And well, right here is where you can technically break the game. I was toying around with naming different buildings like geothermal, you know, station number 3, right? Because on the Isla Sorna you have to have geothermal power, or otherwise it's not really Isla Sorna. You know, it's one of the things that Frontier did not get right in the game. There should be geothermal power on Sorna. That's a given. So our power plant's going with the documentary, which is there's a whole fan, I guess a fan story you can say that goes along with it and stuff like that. And it explains a lot of this stuff in geothermal stations and how the workers' village and engine compound was rebuilt. But without further ado, I was tinkering around and clicking on things to see what I should name certain things. I was kind of thinking of what should I name this monorail arrival tunnel, right? Well, I clicked on it, and whenever you click on it, it gets you a little bit closer, as you can see. As soon as I click away, it pushes you back. Because technically the camera's not supposed to go all the way back here without clicking on the tunnel. This is as far back or up as you can go, or down. You can't go further down at all. However, if you go over here and you click it, swing your camera around, and once you're directly above the tunnel right here, the monorail arrival tunnel, you can go straight down. Well, back up just a little bit, and you can go straight down and into the map. See that? Look at that. Now there's a couple things that we can kind of take away from this right here. First off, this isn't Ansel, so you can't move around. There's not a free cam. I can't walk around and do any whatever. But you can kind of see the box like Anthomnia was talking about at the bottom. But furthermore, you could really see just how much is not in the game. You know what I mean? Like, you can see the monorail stations, they kind of, those tracks go down pretty deep. The tree roots to a certain extent go down pretty deep, except for I've noticed higher up on the mountains the tree roots are lesser, I guess you could say, and I really can't get further in anywhere else. But you can also see the topography a little bit, and I'm thinking that maybe this little hole right here might be patched with the update, but at the same time this might be Frontier's little way of just going through the map real quick without having to pull up their entire, you know, developer program for the engine that they use. This might be just like a nice little way to see if there's any kind of weirdness going on. If you go all the way around like I was just showing you, sometimes it pops you back up. But if you go all the way around like this, you can see how much of the land, like the terraformed land, just isn't there. So that makes me wonder a certain thing. Gosh dang it, Cabot. That makes me wonder a certain thing. yeah, the game was obviously rushed, but to what point was it rushed? Because you can look underneath the map and you can see that there's not a lot there. And now a lot of that's probably for performance issues, just because they are having a lot of those trees and stuff like that in the mountain ranges, and that kind of, you know, adds, you know, performance problems for, you know, rendering gameplay and stuff like that and running at a regular basic computer. So I don't know. Really what I'm trying to say is it seems like either they were very, very rushed and there's such a basic amount of stuff in the game that they was kind of, you know, uneasy about making sure that the frame rates and everything was fine. So as you can see in Anthomnia's video, even the underside of the buildings and everything's inside of the buildings are hollow. Actually, the monorail station is that's actually pretty complete as far as I can see. But even the tunnel, like the tunnel just stops. It doesn't go on very much, and the monorail station will just stop right there. It doesn't actually go through anywhere. But here's the thing. If the build area is only within that square, the square that you can see at the bottom corner, right, before it pops me back up out of here, that's probably the build area that they have, I would imagine. You can't really build beyond that, and that's where the boundaries come in at. However, you know, the trees being part of the mountains, creating performance problems, where they, you know, they say they did a really good job of making all the trees look nice and all the mountains look really nice without causing frame rate issues, right? So the thing is, if we can build inside this box, why not allow us to terraform the mountains and get rid of the trees? And then as people build onto their parks, guess what? The frame rate issues and those kind of problems, you know, gameplay itself, the rendering of all the items and trees and leaves and stuff like that in the game, well, that would become less and less and less over time because you're getting rid of all that. You're allowing people to, you know, destroy that and move on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's crazy to me to think that. I mean, look, you even see the water, and if there's that kind of water in the game, why can't we place deeper water? All right, let me get back on track here and get, I guess, no, stop it. I don't want any kind of mission. Let's see here. I've also locked my cursor to my screen so the screen doesn't move as quick as possible, and I've also turned down a lot of my settings for the documentary whenever you start filming because I've got to get used to that. Got to get used to that. And let's go over here and trank this diseased dinosaur in the face. Oh, disease, no problem. You're about to get tranked right in the face. No issue, no worries. Alright, so now here's the thing. This only works on Sorna, so from what I've seen. If you go to Nublar, there's not a tunnel to click. You have to have one of these monorail arrival tunnels, I guess, for it to work. And it's just like, for example, let's go to Mont Sable real quick, and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so here we are on Mont Sable, which is my 5-star park. Look, stop. Why do you guys keep bombarding me every time I go to a new island? Just leave me alone. If I wanted to do the story mission, I'd go to the menu and I would click mission. Alright, so you see the arrival tunnel here? There is the arrival tunnel, but it doesn't allow you to go anywhere. You can't get underneath the map no matter how you do it. Ah, Jesus. So, yeah, you know, I think it's just because there's these huge mountains there and they've got an actual boundary. You can kind of see the map, kind of, if you do just the right triggering motion, but so far, even on Nublar, there's not even a tunnel you can click. So, yeah, guys, I think Sorna's the only one we can do it with. Let's go ahead and check another one real fast. Alright, here we are on Isla Muerta, right? Muerta. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Anthomnia was over here somewhere with Nividia, and he was able to get through the map. I couldn't, maybe he was right here somewhere. However, yeah, we're not going to be able to do that, and I can't remember exactly, because I didn't watch his video right before I did this video. So I can't remember exactly where he got through, but he did it with the Nividia card, the Ansel program. So if you have it, by the way, I think it's like hitting F12 or something like that on your computer. Either way, I can't do that. So how are you guys going to be able to do this? And I know that it's not really like, you know, playable. It's not really anything to the game, but you can kind of see, you know, what all into making this game. And there's not a hell of a lot. They kept it really bare bones as far as, you know, everything underneath the map, and as far as you know, like what you see in the terrain, like it's literally paper thin. Right underneath that, there's nothing but just roots. So, you know, and on like, for example, Planet Coaster, if you go underneath the map, there's actually a good chunk of terrain there. Not a lot, but a good chunk. So, yeah, it's just, they probably did it for performance issues, honestly, but there's not even Easter eggs or anything underneath there, so it's just a little odd. And I don't know if they knew about these areas. I'm sure they did, but if they didn't, it's probably just a way for them to get through the map without going through their development program. And you can't do it, and I also might not be, hell, I might not even know what the hell I'm talking about. It might just be a couple holes in the map that they didn't get all the way patched up, right? But yeah, you can't do it on Muerta either. No matter how you angle your camera, you just can't do it. So let's go and try a. This is gonna bug me. This is gonna bug me. I need to fix that real quick. I need to fix that. I need to fix it. I need to fix it. I need to fix it. I need to. Where's my ranger station? It's been forever since I've been here. Okay, ranger station, add task, and repair. Okay, now let's get out of here. Let's go try one. Nublar will not work. I've checked Nublar. There's not a tunnel there to click on. It just will not work. And also, there's a time-lapse build that I did there, and I can't give anything away, so can't see that. Can't go there. Sorry. All right, Takano. Let's try Takano real fast. All right. No, Takano might have been where Anthomnia did that. I think I might be mistaken. My bad. Either way, we still don't have Ansel, so we can't do that. Bottom line, they're looking solid. I don't care, Isaac Clement. Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna be able to do it here because there's not a tunnel to be able to click. Well, I mean, there kind of is, but kind of not. And I can't. Oh, maybe I can click it. Oh, we can. We can get over here. We can get over here. All right. This is one of the few that I did not check. So, aha, we can. There is a second island we can get underneath, and it's the one that Anthomnia got underneath. Except he was able to actually move around underneath here. I know there's a bunch of invisible walls that we can't get past. But it does look like the playable map is exclusive to the square. There is a square underneath the map, and the buildable map, the terrainable map, is, I guess, kind of confined to that little square at the bottom. So it means everything else beyond all the mountains and trees you see in the background, whenever you're up like this, and you well, let me get away from here. If you look and you see all these mountains like that go on, well, that's literally just that. That's you can't do anything with it. Even if they wanted to increase the size, they'd have to increase, you know, all you know, a lot of the basic parts of the game. So when we was like, oh wow, like there's just the boundary, they should increase the boundary to the entire island. Yeah, well, the playable map isn't even part of that whatsoever. You couldn't mess with any of it even if you wanted to. Now, of course, if we had mods, people would be able to, you know, they'd probably have it fixed within a week. And of course, it's taken Frontier quite a, you know, almost 2 months to have a real day one patch. So, you know, kind of unacceptable. And you can tell that there's just not that much work that went into this game. Not a hell of a lot. So what probably was happening was they were probably really still heavy into Planet Coaster with the Vintage Pack update and stuff like that. Knowing that their deadline was coming up, Universal moved the deadline to Fallen Kingdom, and so now they probably, you know, utilized what they had, tailored what they had, made it look nice, made it look appealing. The trailer that they originally had was probably, you know, what their end goal was. And, you know, push come to shove, they had to have the AAA title release at a certain time. They probably didn't put as many developers on there as what they thought. And when they're all scrambled to get the game playable, you know, it's just lackluster, and it shows. And I guess the underneath of the map is pretty much a metaphor for that. There's just, to think there's not even an Easter egg or you know, anything like that is just, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. You can't even see the bottom of the terrain. It's invisible once you get on the other side of it. It's crazy. It's literally, the walls are paper thin. Walls are paper thin. We got one last place to check, and then we'll be done real quick. Let's see here. Where are we going? All right, and here we are on my Isla Pina build. I do have a build on Isla Pina where I'm trying to tinker around with adding as many enclosures and buildings on this small little bitty minor map as, you know, trying to squeeze everything in there using every ounce of the area as possible. I'm trying to do that. It's not really working as well as I thought it would. It's taking a little bit of time to do that. So, you know, plus the documentary really pushes all of my other video ideas back. But anyways, monorail tunnel. Let's see if we can do it on Isla Pina. Uh-oh. 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 Is this just a rock behind here? Come on, can we get underneath there? Come on. Don't do this. We almost got it. We almost got it. I guess not, guys. I guess there's not a... I guess there isn't a way to pop underneath the map here. Nope. Nope, I guess Isla Pina is a wrap, but of course, what would we see if we got down there? Just, you know, nothing. Nothing but just a little bit of piece of monorail station, and this monorail station goes off into the back. I wonder if I can click one of these. So you can see the monorail station popping up in the background here. Why would they do that? It's like, what, people are going from this side of the island all the way over to here? Like, why wouldn't they just be flown into here? It just doesn't make much sense. Yeah, I don't know. Can't get over to there. It's no big deal. Okay, and we're back on Site B. It's most of this video is just gonna be me editing out going from island to island. Why is there more dinosaurs now that need to be, that are sick? I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, he's still over there. Yeah, okay. That's the reason why. Alright, now that we got our Site B dinosaurs situated, that's what's going to be so hard about filming the documentary, is all these dinosaurs constantly getting sick and constantly dying and having their no sources of anthemia poisoning in the remaining ammonia poisoning. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be the hardest thing, is trying to film while all these dinosaurs constantly, all these little red boxes just keep popping up in the top screen. That's what's going to suck. So we're probably just going to have to do what dinosaurs we need scene by scene. So yeah, yeah, product margin. Okay, cool. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, guys, that's how you break the game. That's how you get underneath the map if you don't have Ansel. If you have Ansel, you can do it that way too. You literally come to Isla Sorna or Takano, as we've noticed, and you come right over here and pop. You can go right through the map, just like that. Just like that. You see all this goodness, just like this. Alright, guys, and that's really all we have for today's video. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I didn't mean to break the game, it just kind of happened. So I stopped my I did my time lapse, and then I stopped and, you know, come over here to film this little area for you guys, because that might be fixed with the update. I don't really know. I'm not sure if they know about that. If they do, I would imagine it would be for every monorail arrival tunnel, so that way they can pop underneath every map if if that little hole in the map has some sort of functionality. And if it doesn't have functionality, it'll probably fix with the patch or the update that's supposed to be coming within the coming weeks, and it's been 2 months or almost 2 months. So yeah, I really don't know. I just felt like making this video and getting it out here before it possibly is fixed, and you know, I wouldn't be able to do it, right? So yeah, guys, underneath the map, breaking the game. You guys can do it. You guys know how to do it. It only works on a couple islands. Don't forget, I'm in the comment section after every single video. I appreciate you guys like always. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. wait. Look, I always mess up the outro. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
You had me at hello.
Oh, baby!